said 3 things to me about the end. One of which is, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing what I'm doing. I'm going, this sounds...
What is the context of this? Like, are you guys...
This is out of nothing.
You guys are hanging out, eating dinner, where you're traveling with
walking.
him?
I think we were walking somewhere. He said, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing what I'm doing. I'm going, first of all, I don't like this. Second of all, I don't know what it really means. Third of all, I'll do what Mike does, and Mike's not very smart. He just shove it under the carpet. Let's forget it. Just blow it off. Then he says, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be needing clothes. I'm going, what are we talking about here? What's going on? The third thing, I forgot what it is. I forgot 5 or 10 years ago what it was. He knew the end was coming, okay? And he was saying it to me. And he was here in St. Pete for maybe 4 days just before he died.
Really?
Yeah, just before, 2 weeks before he died, or weeks before he died, let's say. He had played the High Life Fronton in Miami. We went there. We brought him back. He stayed at this place, I'm telling you, the Blue Room, which was a motel that they've just recently torn down on 34th Street. But my point is that he knew what was coming, and even though he's trying to say it to me, I'm not listening to anything he says, and he's very human. It's a very human person, whatever that means. He's staying in this hotel. He's getting up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's the wake-up time. Okay, so he's getting up at 4 o'clock, and we're going to eat right next to this place called the Blue Room. In those days, was a place where you just line up to get the food. What do you call it, Susan? Morrison's Cafeteria. So proper people in St. Petersburg, this is 1970, 1969, probably 1970. So you go out, and this is a proper place to go with the family, with your wife, Morrison's Cafeteria. And you line up and you say, I want that, you're pointing to it. And the people that got the spoons, and they put it on your plate, And now, Jimmy's first in line, I'm second, Tony's there, and I think Elena. The people that are spooning the food say to me with their mouths, but not their voices, is that Jimi Hendrix? They're pointing and they go, is that Jimi Hendrix? Like, this is Jimi Hendrix. He's in Morrison's Cafeteria at 5 o'clock. Like, what the hell are you even talking about? How could this is impossible. I mean, he's very famous at this point. So all I'm saying to you is that we go to Morrison's, we eat, or if you go to any club anywhere with him, they always invite him to play. He'll always play, always. He may say, I need this kind of guitar, or turn the amp around, I want it to be louder. You don't know what he'll say, but he's looking to play. This is where he's living in his head, in his heart. Or Jimmy, myself, Tony, and a few other people are watching a movie on television, and it's a movie about wolves that raise a baby. Okay? It's an old movie. And we're watching it, and the wolves are raising the baby, doing this, whatever they're doing. There might be foxes, I don't even know. And so we're watching it just properly, and we glance over to Jimmy. Jimmy's playing an air guitar. In his head, he's playing along with the music in this thing, in this movie. This is where his head is at. He's playing. Then he realizes we see what he's doing, and he starts tuning his elbow. He makes it into a joke. But all I'm saying to you is that all of these people, musician types, Macho Man, same thing, these people are totally taken up with whatever game they're playing. It's 100% of their being. 100.
What was it like? Well, first of all, what was it like when you found out Jimmy first passed away? Like, where were you and how?
I was sleeping. They came and woke me up, and they said, Jimmy's dead. So I'm new at this game. I'm going, what are you talking about? He was just here. I mean, he was here like for 4 days. We had picked him up in Miami, brought him back, took him here, took him there. Meaning I'm not getting it. I'm saying, what do you mean? He was just here. What are you telling me? Jimmy's dead. I couldn't get it. And then they said he's in England, he died, he overdosed, or whatever they think it was, or, he's dead. Then I had to try to absorb this, but I had lost my birth mother at maybe 4. So I was forced into learning, people die. People in your family can die. This is how life goes. Deal with it, dude. And from there to this day, I have maybe 5 mothers. Meaning, in my mind, I think they're mothers to me. My father married, after my first mother died, a lady from Canada, beautiful, raised me and all that stuff. In my heart, she's my mother. But we had a beautiful, phenomenal maid, is what they called them in those days, named Arlene, black lady from Brooklyn Dodgers fan, so I could only love the Dodgers. I loved Arlene. This is my mother, meaning she took care of me. I'm a little kid. End of story,
Right.
I love Arlene. There's nothing to even say here. Words don't do it. And the beauty of that is that you're learning how life goes, but you're getting what's meant for you. This is a lesson you got to learn in life. People can die. You can love anybody. If you want to love them special, we're going to tell them, or they're going to play the part of being your mother, and then you get triple love or quadruple love, whatever the thing is. I mean, and there's a lady that I know to this day that lives in Texas that's my mother. She's younger than me. You're going, Michael, what the hell is wrong with you? Somebody says, this is your mother. They said it to me, maybe 40 years ago. I treated her that way. She's married to a friend of mine, but in my mind, she's my mother. If she tells me drink echinacea tea, then I'm going, I got to drink echinacea tea because my mother told me to. I'm just telling you, this is how the mind works. This is a wild thing.